Today's Thursday, March 31st, end of the first quarter. I want to take a look at something different today. We're talking about the S&P and how it's got a lot of resistance overhead. And I want to look at this study called Volume Profile. You might see it volume by price somewhere else. But here in Technician, you can see that what it does is whatever's on the screen, it puts its volume to the right in a histogram format. So you can see where all the volume took place. Now when you get a trading range like this, of course that's where most of the volume is going to be. But it's interesting to see where within the range is the volume. So whereas we might draw regular horizontal resistance up here, according to volume, there's actually more of it down in here. So you'd probably expect that this rally to end somewhere in the middle of this former short-term range within the overall large range. And down again over here you can see lots of volume in this area, although not necessarily at the bottom. So this is a good support area if the market should head lower again. And it changes, as you can see, as I change the amount of data on the screen. It gives you a different view of what's going on. But for the S&P Spiders ETF, you can see the volumes in here, not necessarily at the peak. All right, let's switch to something else. Look at other big markets. Take a look at bonds. It's the TLT ETF. Really nothing surprising, to expect most of the volume to be where most of the trading is. And of course, the longer the trading range, the more volume it's going to get. That's not the exciting part here. Let's take a look intraday. Look at a 1 hour bar. Let me just get my bearings here. You can see in the hourly, the intraday volume, got a little volume surge here. And I'm not going to say that that's the reason the ETF had a rough time when it reached that level, but it's just something to consider that that's where the volume is. And down in here below, lots of volume on support. All right, let's move it back to the daily, which we're most familiar with, and take a look at USO oil. Again, no surprise down here, you're going to get a lot of volume, especially because it seems to be bottoming. But look over here where the volume's coming in this area here. Again, this is where most of the price action is. You would expect that to be the case. But the point is that it's not at the bottom. Let's get some trend lines here just to make it clearer. The point is it's not at the bottom of the range, and it's not at the top of the range. It's somewhere right in the middle of the range where all the volume comes in. And of course it changes as we look at different levels, different spans on the map. Nothing surprising here. If we take a horizontal line again, you'd expect resistance to be around here, and sure enough, in this longer format, it is. So volume profile, or volume by price, gives you an idea of where volume is coming in, and the more volume, the stronger the level, the more support or resistance it's going to be. And in low levels, where there's very little trading, like when a market is really trending like this, you're going to see lower volume and less resistance should the prices come back into that zone. So there you have it, just another way to dice and slice the market using volume to help figure out support and resistance.